Hey, what's up? My name is Brent Pierce, and today we're going to be checking out Suno.com, which is an AI music creator, and we're going to see if we can use Suno to create a custom song for our podcast. This would be a great option if you don't want to hire a professional composer, which most of us don't have the money to do so. So Suno is a great option if you want a custom song for your podcast, something with lyrics that has the name of your podcast. So let's see. I honestly have not done this yet, so we're going to be learning together to see if this is a viable option. I've been playing around with Suno for about a week, and it has been a lot of fun. Me and the family got together, and we made some fun songs. So let's check it out together. So if you head to Suno.com, so we're currently on the free tier plan, so that'll give us about 5 songs a day, I think. So we'll see if we can successfully get a song within 5 songs. Otherwise, we're going to have to pay for this. So, all right, so here we are on Suno.com. These are some songs that I've created in the past, and one that I made last week, my wife woke up and she was mad at me. Does that ever happen to y'all? And she said she had a bad dream about me, and so she was mad at me, like for an unreasonable amount of time. And so I thought it would be funny to make a song convincing her to not be mad at me because it was just a dream. And here's how that song came out, just to show y'all. Before we dive in, I just want to show y'all the power of Suno here. Solid.
Honey, you woke up this morning with a frown. Said I was out dancing with a girl in town. But darling, I swear it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I was dreaming of you, us by the willow tree. It was just a dream, so don't you be mad.
Isn't that amazing?
Fantasy world where things get bad.
Okay. So you can see it sounds real, like and obviously like a real musician's going to be able to like take it apart and be like, there's a lot of things wrong with that. But like for the most part, especially for what we're doing today, which is just creating a little 10-second jingle for our podcast, this Suno is a great option. So let's create a song for our podcast. So let's go to create here. This is where you type in your prompt, just like any AI that we're familiar with. You type in your prompt there, and then it creates a song. So let's just use a fake podcast for now, and then I'll use one for my actual podcast. So let's say we have a podcast about whale watching, okay? So in the prompt, we're just going to go a fun country song for my podcast about whale watching. The chorus needs to end with, what's the name of our podcast? Let's do A Whale of a Time. A Whale of a Time. Okay, let's just see what happens. I clicked create, and here we go. Now we have 2 versions of the songs. It creates 2 versions for you. I haven't found a way to only have it generate 1 song. It always generates 2 songs, which is fine. So let's hear this first one here.
Early in the morning with the sun on the rise, we head out to the ocean neath the clear blue sky.
This is great. Amazing. Top 10 immediately. Automatically top 10 in the charts.
Truly divine. The waves kiss the
All I really care about is the chorus.
We're sure to have ourselves a whale of a time. Binoculars and cameras.
Not terrible. Let's hear this other version.
We're sure to have ourselves a whale of a time.
Again, this isn't a real podcast that we're doing, but you can immediately see the power of Suno. So now let's create one for my podcast, which is called Beyond the Studio. So in this prompt here, we're going to say a fun country song. I don't know why I keep doing country. Maybe we should do pop song. Pop song about my podcast Beyond the Studio, where I talk with other studio owners, shameless plug here, by the way, about owning a podcast / photography / film studio. The chorus needs to end with Beyond the Studio. With Brent Pierce, should I put my name in there? Nah. So the chorus needs to end with Beyond the Studio. Okay, I'm doing it. Create. All right. And just like that, we've got a top 10 charter again. So there's 2 of them. What's also fun about this is it creates a an AI image to go along with the song. You know what I mean? It didn't have to do that, but it did. Come on, Suno. We appreciate you. Okay, this is great. Let's play it.
From podcast to the filmmakers glow, conversations you want to know. Let's take it far and let it grow. You're tuning into Beyond the Studio.
It's so good. It's just cheesy enough to be cool. You know what I mean by that? Like, I think in this day and age, you can be a little bit cheesy while still being cool. So I'm not going to lie. The female singer threw me off because I'm not a female. And so I would kind of want my song to be kind of a representation of like me, and I'm not a female. So let's do this with a male singer. Okay, so let's do country song, a fun male country song about my podcast, Beyond the Studio. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. And again, we get a cool little AI image just to go along with it. That's the album cover right there. It gives you a song and an album cover in 7 seconds. What a time to be alive. Now we're talking.
We'll chat about cameras, lights, all that we know.
Okay.
Dreamers and makers putting on a show. Let's take a ride where the insights flow.
There it is.
Into the world beyond the studio.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. That's the jingle. I'm going to jump to the end just to kind of hear what the end sounds like. Because sometimes the ending is going to be like the best little bit.
Into the world beyond the studio. Beyond the studio.
Great.
Beyond the studio.
So good. This is my new favorite thing. Let's do this next one.
Mic in my hand, stories.
Oh, yeah.
The big shots. We'll chat about cameras, lights, all that we know. Dreamers and makers putting on a show. Let's take a ride where the insights flow into the world beyond the studio.
Right. So, just for fun, I will use this on my next podcast episode, just to see. Just to see if it sticks. Let's also talk about editing it into the podcast. So now let's do this. So we are in DaVinci Resolve now, and I'm going to bring in these music pieces from Suno here. So here's these two songs from Suno.
Beyond the studio.
It's so good. It's so good, right? Is it just me, or is that so good? I think it's just me. Okay, so I'm going to throw that little last bit on here at the end. So, by the way, this is a podcast with Rabin from pipegrids.com. That episode will be coming out, I assume, after this video. I don't know. But either way, check it out. If people haven't seen this video, they're going to be like, man, that's a cheesy song. But maybe it'll work. You never know. So anyways, so I threw it down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the big hit right before he says Beyond the Studio, and I'm going to put a marker there. There it is. Okay, so right here. So I want it to actually start right there. And it's just going to go like this.
Beyond the studio.
Right there.
Studio. Beyond the studio. Beyond the studio.
Amazing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is bring in a little bit of the intro before the vocals start, and I'm going to put that as a lead-in into that, because it sounds weird just starting it right after we talk. So I'm going to take the intro of the song where there's no lyrics and append that to the end here.
Mic in my head.
Boom. So I just have my in and out points to be exactly 2 measures. Put those together.
Those are all our handles right now. They don't hopefully get them all under one right now. So
Yeah. Well, awesome. Good stuff. Thanks for
Brent,
being on the show.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Beyond the studio.
Okay. I like it. I don't love it. What's this other song here? This one's a little bit more country. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute the track that we just did, and I'm going to create another track underneath it so we can play around with this song.
Thanks for having me on.
There, and again, I want to take that intro section where there's no lyrics.
Thanks for having me on.
Beyond the studio.
Cool. So for the intro, it's going to intro like this. Ready?
chat about cameras, lights, all that we know. Dreamers and makers putting on a show. Let's take a ride where the insights flow into the world beyond the studio.
Raven, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's a little bit cheesy, but I feel like with enough time and effort, you could find that balance of like cheesy and effective, right? I think things that are effective can be a little bit cheesy, right? Things that tell a good story can be a little bit cheesy. Too much cheese, you're going to drown in cheese, and it's going to be too cheesy. But a little bit of cheese is okay. Here's how it's going to end.
Get them all under one right now, so
Yeah. Well, awesome. Good stuff. Thanks for being on the
thank
show.
you. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Beyond the studio.
All right. Good stuff. Anyways, we did it. We made a fake song and we put it into our podcast. So that's the power of Suno. Obviously, I would probably spend a little bit more time. And again, I'm going to put this on the next episode just to see how it, just to get it out there. We'll see. You know what I'm going to do? Let's make a song for the end of this video. So let's go back to Suno and we're going to type a fun, what genre should we use? Reggae. How do you spell reggae? I guess that's how you spell it. A fun reggae song. The chorus needs to end with, thanks for watching. Happy podcasting. You ready? I don't even know what it's going to sound like. Before I even click it, I'm just going to say thanks for watching. Happy podcasting. Check out my podcast, Beyond the Studio. You will get a chance to hear that song live in action. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah, thanks for watching.